You may have heard this story already if you're on developer Twitter, but S.H. Pigford, also known as Josh Pigford, hired a guy to make him some icons. He spent a lot of money trying to get a freelance worker known as Zac Nielson to make some icons. $70,000 worth of money. And it's a long story. So to just kind of blitz through it, he hired the guy in March. Pretty simple task. It was a big ask. It was a lot of logos. 14,000 to be exact. $500 per 100 icons. $500 per 100 icons. And mostly just has to put them on squares. He gave him access to a Notion doc to let him know the logos they still need. After about a month, he got 1,500 of them done. And then April, he said 11 days into April that he's reorganizing the Figma file. Probably shouldn't have put them all in a Figma file. Zach, dumb, stupid. You're going to get 14,000 icons into one Figma file. It'd be the slowest file, unusable file on Earth. It's stupid. In my opinion, that's like a fake designer type move. Who is using Figma like that? So he felt like the guy was moving at a good pace. He didn't have to check up on him. 26th of April, saying that he's wrapping up in the next couple of weeks, aka he's almost done. And then in May, all the way to the end of May, he's been sending weekly invoices. And he let them know soon. And everything's formatted and ready to go. And he's saying, it was just a month ago where he was saying he'll be done soon. So, kind of weird. And then, yeah, he's been vague about soon in the next couple weeks, etc., etc. And it'll be fully ready by the end of May. A week later, nothing. He said he'd be ready by June 7th. So June 7th comes, June 8th comes, June 11th, nothing. And by that point, they paid out $70,000. But they hadn't seen any new icons since the first 1,500 he sent over in March. And he had a bunch of excuses, but didn't reply after a while. And they were surprised to find out that this guy added not just their company, but this project specifically to his portfolio, talking about how he could deliver all these icons ahead of schedule even, but he hadn't even delivered them. So they got an attorney on June 25th, and even on his portfolio website, look at that. He has them right there. They demanded he sends all the work or refund the difference by the 28th. The 28th came, no reply. July, he posted to Twitter about it. $70,000 gone. And he didn't out the guy just yet, but posted to Twitter about it. But after a few hours, the culprit, Zach, responded. And he had additional excuses. He wanted another extension. And he requested to sign an NDA to delete all the tweets and never speak publicly of it, but supposedly committed to a deadline. They basically said, we don't agree to any of this, and they want all the icons with a refund for the remainder of the non-completed icons by July 3rd, 5 p.m. EST. He replied 2 hours later with a 10-page response, but still saying he's going to have the icons by July 15th. So they refused, and how many icons came by the 15th? None. While he wasn't able to send over any new icons, he was able to send a 3-page letter with the reasons why he wasn't able to get us new icons on the date he'd aggressively argued for. One of those reasons involved the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. I can't believe this story is still going on. They didn't hear anything again until the attorneys followed up with him on July 23rd, and he said, expect to see those icons populating this week, referring to the Figma file. Today, a week later, the file was updated with a couple hundred new icons, the first time in nearly 4 months. but obviously not close, even remotely close, he says, to the 14,000 that they have already paid for. And so as of July 31st, just a couple days ago, still no icons he's paid for. Absolutely amazing. So now, during this drama, I think a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago, I saw some more of this conversation happening on Twitter. I was drawn to a challenge where Josh is once again talking about this loss. This guy says, damn, that's a lot of money for icons. Could have built software that do it in less than 2 weeks. Josh is like, yeah, right, okay, buzz off. Then there's this doofus breath, Amin, who says, well, it depends on how exactly you want them to be formatted, but these are languages, not exactly software. Well, he said, you could build it in anything. Easy peasy, he's saying. Amin says this. Marty Fly says, build it and become a billionaire. Sounds like a lot of yapping. Give me input and expected output. Marty Fly says he's giving 70,000 yappings for 15K icons and gives months of time. You say you can build tool that basically does this work instantly? That's worth a shit lot of money. Go build. Amin says, well, I'm waiting for your input file and expected output. I'll build it for sure. Marty Fly says, these 3 examples. Are these input or expected output? Obviously, they're the output. Duh. Seems input. Wrong. What is expected output? A professional and coherent looking icon library. You can decide the style. Anyways, Sam, this is where I got drawn in. Sam here says, has he replied? And that's where I said, no, but I bet I could. That's where I say, no, but I bet I could do this. Sam says, okay, we're waiting. Your time starts now, 2 days from now. I say, wait. You sent this at 3 a.m. for me. I'm just waking up at 6 a.m. Time starts now. So then I began, of course. And here's the thing. You can go to the New York Stock Exchange's website. Well, you can go there. They have an FTP, which has a list of all the tickers for every company. So, you get all the little abbreviations that you need. So I got that, and then I wrote a script to paste into my console to turn what I believe at the time, I think it was XML, turn that into JSON so that I could have a nice, simple list to then get these logos. Now, how do I get the logos? So I find an API on some crappy website that I had to pay for all these requests. I download every logo. And that's how we got here. I downloaded every PNG. Okay? What's important is getting these to SVGs, and some of them are very low quality. So I got every logo possible from the New York Stock Exchange's list of tickers. Everything that had a logo. Sam said he's rooting for me. And here I am. Okay. It's been almost a day, but now I'm successfully converting from PNG to SVG with an Illustrator script I finally got working, which, by the way, in case someone Googles this and finds this tweet, ignore white won't work in version 28 of Illustrator. Just downgraded 27, wasted so much time. And I did. Holy crap, did I waste time with that, because from 27 to 28, Illustrator changed the option in image trace from ignore white to ignore color, and you could pick a specific color to ignore to become transparent when it does the image trace process. Anyways, I wrote a script that uses Illustrator to take the PNG, and basically it goes through the process of very simply turning a PNG into an SVG. There is no software that does this in any sort of decent way. Now, I tried to find easy tools that are like Python based, and dude, every Python attempt I did, and I did a lot, didn't work for shit. Absolute trash. So I had to use an Illustrator script, run it through Illustrator, every single one. I said, hey, look at these pretty clean SVGs I got. Oh, yeah. Look at how the PNG looked. This is how the SVG turned out. Beautiful. Sam said it's pretty clean, to be honest. So I sent it to Pigford. And here was my Figma file. I think this might have been all 28 or 3,800 of them. Anyways, he was right to want to reorganize his Figma file because even just this amount of logos was hell. You shouldn't put that much crap into a Figma file. It's stupid. Anyways, I did it. I made the logos. I tried to tell Pigford, hey, I got all these if you want them. I got nothing back from him. So I decided to make imperfect logos. It's just a GitHub site, a GitHub page. You can go to briantheboy.github.io/imperfect logos. And if I have the logo, you could just type in like MSFT, Microsoft. Boom. There it is. In all its glory. Look how big. Beautiful. Right? So I've got all the imperfect logos you could ask for. Where's Amazon? Look at that. Right? Free to everyone. It's a repo. You can download the entire repo if you want it, or just one logo. You could drag this over into Figma if you wanted. Very simple. So technically, if we talk about how much he made or how much he was originally quoted, 500 per 100 icons. So 38 times 500. 19K, please send it my way. I know I didn't put them in squares. So let's just divide that by 2. 9,500. Just kidding. I don't want any money. But the logos are yours. So if you see this, Josh Pigford, give these to the next designer. Or you just put them on squares or whatever. Clean them up in Figma anywhere they're imperfect. That's why I called it imperfect. Because the process of having Illustrator trace a PNG is not always perfect. And I can't think of a logo off the top of my head that's like definitely screwed up. But let's see. No, Amazon was good. Let's just do some B's. Some of these are just too good. Even BlackBerry looks good. Let's do X. See, you can see this one is a little imperfect, right? It's hard to tell, but like little things like that, you can clean that up in Figma or Illustrator if you're an Illustrator type. Maybe off to the races in no time. So anyways, that's some perfect logos. Check it out if you want one of these logos from your favorite company that's on the stock exchange, at least 3,800 of them, because that's all that came back from the API. Maybe there's a fuck ton of other companies out there that don't have logos. I don't know. Maybe the API didn't have them. Maybe I don't know. Bye.